I became acquainted with this when my first husband, Rod Amato, who worked at Fox, brought this book home and gave it to me. He says, read this book. So I did. I read it with great fascination, and I knew I was born to play Molly. I absolutely knew I had to play Molly.
How so? What in Molly clicked with you?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of her, the whole persona. But I keep thinking of you're going against God. If you know that scene. And of course that, yes. And, but whatever it was, I just knew it was a wonderful, wonderful character. So I went to see Daryl Zanuck.
Well, let's put that into context for a minute. For an actress who you were a contract player at Fox,
Yes.
to go see Zanuck in and of itself, who's a mogul and a bit of a womanizer and hot-headed, yes, and all of that stuff, that's a bold move right there.
Especially for a girl from the farm. But it happened to be a Nebraska farm. And that was my... now, I had seen Daryl Zanuck before, and we can go into that if you were to talk about Red River. That's where, that's Enter Daryl Zanuck #1. This is Enter Daryl Zanuck #2. So emboldened by my success with Mr. Zanuck in my previous interview with him for Red River, I thought, well, go see Zanuck. So I did, and we had a nice chat, and I told him I was born to play Molly. And he was very nice. He said, well, you know, if we get a very high-powered star as the Geek was the name, was the character, Stan Carlisle, that Tyrone Power played. If we get a big name for the Geek, we can probably float some unknowns, an unknown for Molly. But if we get a medium-sized star, then we have to go for 3 top names for the women. You understand that? I said, yes, I understand that. And however, I was allowed to test with the gentlemen who were trying out for the Geek part. I could test in the part of Molly, which I did. I tested with some of the contract players on the lot, none of whom had any name value, but at least they tested. And it was the test material from these Nightmare Alley tests that Henry Hathaway saw and wanted me for Kiss of Death. So you've got a little tie-in there too. We can talk about that
Absolutely.
some other time. But you know, the tapestry of life at 20th Century Fox was had multi-threads.